Feature film. This is your update for the week. We have this. I wish I had like a physical copy of the short film to also talk to you about, but let's jump in with this because there's less to talk about here. Feature film is edited. Well, not revised, but I made it through the entire first draft, taken my notes on everything. I've started like really diving into what I want the next draft to look at. I have a pretty firm grasp of scenes that I'm going to be cutting, scenes that I will be compiling into like one scene instead of 3 scenes, because there's quite a bit of those. There's a lot of this movie that is 2 dudes sitting in a car talking, and currently in its current state right here, I have it in like multiple scenes, and so a lot of those are going to be consolidated into single scenes. It'll probably still be about the same page count, or like runtime, but it'll just like flow a little better, because right now it feels like kind of weird. There's like weird breaks, but they're still in the car, still talking. So a little strange, and I think consolidating those will make for a better, more concise story. So that's where I'm at for the most part. Honestly, the back half of this script feels, for the most part, pretty solid. This week I'm going to really jump into like rewriting. Sorry, something in my throat. Jump into something like rewriting those scenes, fixing those scenes, and reading through a lot of the notes that people have given me. I know I said I was going to do that last week, and then I got busy. That's where I'm at with the feature at the moment. It is February 20th, which means technically I have 9 days left to have a full version 2 done, which means I'm probably going to have to work kind of fast and furious on it this week, which I think is possible. It's Tuesday. It's been a busy week already, and it's shaping up to continue being a busy week, but next week is supposedly more lax. Who knows? That's where I'm at on the feature film. Nothing too crazy. It feels pretty realistic, I think. I think I will probably have to get to version 5 before I feel confident in this script. I think version 2 is going to be like, that's better, I have a lot more to do. I think version 3 is where it's going to start feeling more like itself, and I think version 4 or 5 is going to start feeling like this is pretty solid. I think after version 3 might be when I start sharing it around more to people, start doing read-throughs. Right now, some of the dialogue feels pretty clunky, pretty tough, pretty inhuman. It feels like novel dialogue, not like movie dialogue, and they are very different. Some of them read really well, but if you say them out loud, it feels weird. So that's where that's at. Short film. Short film is going splendidly. I know I posted last week about Movie Club and about writing the new version of the script and all of that. But I'm starting to kind of figure out how I want to market that, how I want to fund that project, what that's going to look like just kind of across the board. Starting to have conversations about costumes and style and like visual style, cinematography, all of those types of things now that the script is a little bit more like flushed out. The goal for this week is to have version 2 fully like kind of locked. Movie Club was pretty stoked about where it's at last week, and that was with like the scriptment, if you will. So this week I will probably have to have like a more solid script in place, and might get together a little bit more of a mood board for different things, but that might push to next week. We shall see. Just depends on how I'm feeling. But I will be diving into final draft here in the next couple days, both for the feature and for the script, and diving into kind of like the general marketing side of things for the short film specifically, so that I can figure out how the hell we're gonna start funding this before we get to the point that we want to shoot, because we have to have money to shoot the film. So all very fun things, very exciting things. I wish it was like more of it. I wish there was like more exciting things going on, but it's like a lot of talking to people and like thinking internally about it, and not so much action, which is a big part of why the videos have not been terribly exciting. It's also because I've been very, very busy, which is tough. So yeah, in the last week, I have been working a lot, shooting a lot for various musicians and things, working at the marketing agency that I work for, all of that kind of stuff. A lot more of that coming in the next week or two, mostly marketing agency stuff, which is great, but it does mean less time that I have at my disposal to spend on scripts and YouTube. So that's the reality of being a 26-year-old filmmaker who is independent and trying to make their own features and stories, which I'm sure most of you can relate to. So that's where we're at. I don't think I have anything else fun in here, but this one is feeling better and better by the day. I'm hoping that I can have something like readable very soon for people, because right now I like it, but I want it to be a lot better and a lot more professional. So that, my friends, is your film update for the week of February 20th, or I suppose February 19th. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.